So now our plaster has been drying for about an hour, and it's ready to pour the top part and put on the top part of your sprue, which we'll do that later. Then you want to take a drill bit and make some pilot holes so it's a lot easier to line up. Put some there. Now that we did that, you need a paintbrush. Put on some Vaseline so your two halves don't stick together. You want to make sure it's covered pretty good. You really don't want that to stick because this stuff cracks pretty easily. I've got my plaster mixed up, and I've got my sprue in, the last part of it, and I've got Vaseline in there. You can see it shine. It's ready to be poured. It looks like it didn't get mixed up all the way. Alright, so we've got that. We'll leave it overnight. Alright, it's been almost the whole day since we last poured it, and our plaster's dried. It's ready to be taken out. Just pop the sides off first, and put your hand under it so it doesn't just fall right out. There it is. Clean the sides up if you want. Then, just take your blade, find where the two halves meet, and just wedge it in there. I'm going to be careful, because it'll crack pretty easily. You don't want that to happen. There's one side and there's the other. And you want to make sure that your lures are connected to your sprue. So just carve a channel out. Then, so our nozzle will fit in. We got a big drill bit. And if you can see, there's quite a bit of air bubbles in there. And I might see if I can patch it up with some more plaster. But first we'll see, just to get a gist of what they look like. Take a paintbrush and clean it off. And I just got some oil. Just put that on there so your plastic doesn't stick to it. And I don't really know any good ways to seal it, so I just do this. Alright, I've got my other side oiled up, and I've got my plastic right here. It's ready to be poured. Now we'll wait for that to cool. Alright, it's had a little bit to cool, so now we can go ahead and demold it. That one's still a little bit soft, but they look pretty good. There they are. And if you have your own business or anything, I wouldn't recommend selling these, because I don't know if the banjo minnow is trademarked or anything, and it's probably best just to not try and sell these. I know technically it is yours because it's your mold, but it's probably would be best to not sell these just for legal issues. I've got a little bit of plaster mixed up, and I've got a piece of wire, and I want to see if I can plug those holes of where those bubbles were. I'm just taking it and putting it directly into the hole, and if I need to, I can always sand it back down afterwards once it's dried. So there's the finished product. There's no more holes in it. I've got them all filled up, and it should make for a pretty good lure. And see these again. They had a bunch of old bubbles on them. Right there too. And pretty much just where all those bubbles are, I just went and filled in all those with plaster of Paris, so there shouldn't be any more there. Should make for a pretty good bait. Thanks for watching.